Hi friends, welcome to your practice. My name's Sophie and today we're doing a dynamic flow. We're going to start with more of a quicker pace, kind of power flow-ish, and then we'll do more longer holds and stretches for the second half of the class. So let's get started in child's pose. Your knees can be as far apart or as close together as you want them, and you should reach your arms as far forward as you can before you set your forehead down onto the ground. So it's a very active child's pose to start. You can feel the lengthening happening in your arms and the shoulder blades, creating space along the sides of your torso. Find a nice, deep, long breath. See if you can maintain this long breath throughout the entire class today. Walk your hands over to the right. Put your left hand on top of your right hand. Go as far over to the right as you can so that you get a nice stretch through the left side of your body. Breathe into the space from the armpit to the left hip. And then walk your hands to the other side, right hand on top of left. With each inhale, feel that expansiveness through the right hip, the right side of the rib cage. And bring your hands back to center. Keep your legs how they are, or if your knees are together, bring them wide apart and walk your hands up. Keep your fingertips right on the ground in front of you. And we'll do cat-cows from this position. So arch your back, shoulders back, maybe your head goes back a tiny bit, and round and curl your spine. You can also do this with your hands on your knees. A couple more times. Come back to neutral. Bring your knees together. So you're just sitting on your heels and sit upright. Take your right hand over to the right and left arm up and over to the right as well. Move your right shoulder down away from the ear. Maybe you gaze up. And then switch sides, left hand down, right arm up and over. So it's a big, spacious side bend. Think about space around your neck. We use the breath to create more space in the body. Reach both arms up and cactus your arms. So have your arms in this goalpost shape. So the elbows are not in a W, but up even with each other. Now draw your belly in a little bit so you have a long spine. You're not back bending quite yet. And twist to your right. Stay in your twist, take one more inhale, and as you exhale, can you twist a little bit deeper? So it's a very active twist using our strength. And then come back to center, inhale, exhale, twist left. And I know the arms might be getting tired, but just keep them there. So with every exhale, you twist a little more. One more breath here. Come back to center and release your arms down and take a couple shoulder rolls. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder for a neck stretch. And bring your head back to center and left ear to left shoulder. Bring your head back to center. Make your way into tabletop. Turn your hands out and around, so you're facing your fingers out to the side and then turning them around, not the other way around. Tuck your toes, shift front to back. Maybe take some circles around. And if the movement feels like too much for your forearms or your wrists, you can find stillness there. So if you're taking circles, switch the direction of your circles. Good, and then come back to center. Turn the hands back around. Walk your hands even closer to your knees. Come onto the backs of the hands and have the fingers facing each other. And then wiggle your fingers, or you can open, like attempt to open and close your fists. They won't close all the way. And then bring your palms back to the ground, back into table. Downward facing dog, your hips go up and back. We're gonna take some time here. If it's your first down dog of the day, you might feel a little bit creaky, like I do. So just take your time to move it around. And if you're in a space where you're ready for more movement and you've already, moved a bit today, you can go into plank down dog, kind of shift back and forth like that. Otherwise, you're walking out your dog, you're shaking your head. And in a second here, we're all going to do plank to down dog. So find stillness and then shift forward into a plank. Inhale, exhale, go back to down dog. Keep going. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank, strong core. Exhale, down dog, hips go back. Keep going. Let's do 10 more of these. So we got 9, 8. Move with your breath. So the inhale is forward, exhale is back. We have 6 more. 4 more. 3. Last 2. And 1. Now back to down dog, and then walk your hands to the back of the mat. And take a fold, perhaps a ragdoll fold. Grab onto your elbows. You can bounce and sway. Switch the grip of your elbow so the other arm is in front. And shake out your head to ensure that you're not looking forward at all. You're relaxing the head, relaxing the neck. Maybe you even add your hands behind the back of your neck. So you interlace them so the pinkies are right at the base of the skull there. And that adds a little more traction. And bring your hands back down to the ground. Bring your feet a little closer together if they were really wide. So now they're more like hip distance. And walk your hands over to the right. Bend your left knee and see if you can fold over your right leg. Spread your toes, lifting the inner arches of the feet while the feet are even on the ground. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Bend your right knee. You're folding over your left leg. So when I say the feet are even on the ground, I mean that you're pressing into the inner ball and the outer ball of the feet and the heels, but then the inner arches are lifting. So that's how you know you have a good, solid base. Come back to center. Slowly roll up. Bend your knees a little as you roll up. So knees are bent a tiny bit. You're rolling, 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 and the shoulders come back and down. And stand tall. Let's take 2 breaths in silence here. Reach your arms up to the sky. Cactus your arms. This time you can back bend. I like to bend the knees slightly and then arch your back and lean back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then inhale, rise back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands all the way out into plank. Lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Lift up for cobra. As high as you'd like for your cobra, as long as your back is okay with it. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Press up into plank and downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus, back bend, slight bend to the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Walk your hands out in front of you, plank. Lower down all the way, or chaturanga, just halfway to the ground. Cobra or up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. We'll do this one more time. Lift up halfway, fold forward. Stand and reach your arms up. Cactus back bend. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Walk the hands out. Chaturanga or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Circle your right ankle. Straighten the right leg back out and step your right foot between your hands. Fingertips frame your front foot. Lower your back knee down and broaden your chest. Keep your fingertips on the ground. Inhale. Then exhale, lift your back knee, straighten both legs, fold over your right leg. Inhale, bend back into low lunge with the left knee on the ground, broaden your chest. And then lift the knee off the ground, straighten both legs, fold. Keep going like that. Keep the focus on the breath. Feel how the spine is moving within this movement, cat-cows. Notice how it's just like cat-cows. And then we'll come back into low lunge. Put your left knee on the ground. Untuck your toes. Reach your arms up. Hands to your heart. Twist to your right and hook your left elbow over your right knee. I like to use my hand on my thigh to kind of help get the elbow over there. Good. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Really press your elbow into your knee to find as much space as you can. See if you can find some space underneath that left armpit and the right knee by pushing down, rotating, long spine. And then we'll come to high lunge. So you're going to just lift your torso, face the front of the mat. Reach your arms up. Take your arms back behind you as you shift forward and come into warrior three. Draw your right hip back more to create more space between right hip and right rib cage. Reach the crown of your head, the very top of your head forward. Reach your left toes back. Reach your arms forward if your body feels ready. If it doesn't feel ready, keep your arms by your sides. We're going to go into a side lunge at the back of the mat. So into Skandasana, back of the mat. So you're going to step your left foot back, bend into your left knee, sit low, hands to your heart. Flex your right foot if you can, or you can be in more of a side lunge rather than Skandasana. Side lunge would be a little bit higher up like this. Good. Warrior two, facing the front of the mat. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale, half moon on your exhale. Make sure your left foot is flexed and that your left leg isn't falling back behind you. And keep the left glutes engaged. Really slowly step back to warrior two. Can you do it in slow motion? Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground into low lunge. Plant the hands and step your right foot back into a one-legged plank so your right leg is lifted off of the ground. We're going to come into a side plank facing the right side. If you want, you can keep your right leg lifted or you can connect it to your left leg. Come back into a one-legged plank and bring your right knee to your left upper arm. And then extend your right leg out to the left, or you could put it on the ground, or you can grab onto it with your left hand. So now you're on the bottom of your left foot. Good. Now we're going to bring the right knee to the right upper arm. Lower down for chaturanga, keeping your right knee at your right upper arm. Now extend your legs back, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, bend your left knee, open up your hip. Circle your ankle around. Smooth out your breath. When we find that smooth breath in the midst of a challenging practice, it's like the eye of the storm, the calm in the midst of chaos. Straighten the left leg back out and step your left foot between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips, set your right knee down, open up your chest. Get that nice stretch in the front of the right hip. Inhale, exhale, straighten both legs, fold over your left leg. And then bend back into lunge, broaden chest, and you keep going back and forth. Connect movement to breath. Your face is soft, the mind is smooth. Good. Now we pause here with the knee down. And we reach the arms up for Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your left. So you hook the elbow over. Press the hands together. And lift your back knee up off of the ground. Keep lifting your right thigh up. Keep pressing the elbows. Take one more breath. Back, come to center, high lunge. Arms reach up. Arms by your sides, shift forward and come into warrior three. Maybe the arms reach forward. Skandasana, back on the mat. So your right foot plants down, right knee bends, and we get low, or you're in more of a side lunge, lifted off the ground. Just depends on the anatomy of your body and where you like to go. Don't be here if it feels like too much of a struggle. Now we'll transition from here into warrior two. Stay low and then switch to warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Inhale, half moon on your exhale. Left fingertips down, right leg reaches up, right arm reaches up. Right toes are reaching a little bit towards the right side of the mat. Because if your right leg hangs back behind you, you lose the engagement of your right glutes and you lose the integrity of the pose. See if you can lift away from the earth a little more. Your chest turns to the right a little bit more. That'll challenge your balance. Very slowly, we'll begin to step back into warrior two. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Low lunge, pause here. Plant down through the hands. Step back to one-legged plank. Side plank, facing the left side. Back to one-legged plank. Left knee to right upper arm. Then extend your leg out. Maybe grab the foot. Maybe set it down on the ground, your choice. So it's kind of like you're in a side plank position, but your bottom leg's extended. Then we'll bring knee to left upper arm. Keep that knee as high as you can as you lower down chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Lift your right leg up. Pigeon pose on your right side. Right knee to right upper arm. Set the leg down. Okay, so we're gonna do sort of an active pigeon here. So let's stay upright. Push your left foot into the ground. You'll feel your whole left leg activate. Either stay there or put your hands on your right hand on your knee, left hand on your foot. And if you can really engage your right glutes, your right outer thigh hip muscle, you can bring your hands to your heart. But you have to have a lot of engagement of your hips. And you have to press up so you're not sinking down. Reach your arms up. I call this exalted pigeon. And then we'll slowly bring the forearms or the hands to the ground. Just let your head hang down. Come back up onto your hands. Now sit onto the right side of the hip, or the right hip. Swing, maybe use no hands, swing your left leg around, and we'll come into Gomukhasana. So the knees will be stacked on top of each other to the best of your ability. Sit tall. Now reach your arms out wide. Reach the right arm up. Bring the hand to the back of the neck. So your right elbow is bent. Internally rotate your left arm so the thumb faces down, and then bring your left hand towards your right hand. It doesn't matter if you clasp, if you grab your shirt, or if your hands are just there separated. Find what works for you. This is such a beautiful pose, that kind of focused awareness. As you look straight forward, you even out your body so you're not leaning one way or the other. Free up space under your chin. Deepen your breath. Unwind your arms. Walk your hands out in front of you so you can fold and get a deeper stretch through your hips. Now we're going to plant the left foot. You're going to rise up and plant your left foot in front of your right knee. We're going to come into standing splits. So you're shifting forward and lifting your right leg up, right into standing splits on your left leg. Lift your right leg as high as you can. Point your toes. Then we'll change up the way we're aligning this. Even out your hips so they're squared. It should feel more like Warrior 3. Flex your right foot and anchor your right pinky toe to face the ground. You'll feel the entire kind of dynamic of this pose change. Then take your right foot, set it down to the left side of the mat. Both legs are straight. You're on your right toes. The heel is lifted. And fold over your left leg. Hopefully you're feeling a big stretch on the outer left leg. And if not, whatever you're feeling is just fine, as long as it feels good. Come back into standing splits, lift your right leg up, and then set your right foot next to your left foot into a forward fold. Good. Chair pose, bend your knees. Sweep your arms up. Sit a little bit lower. Squeeze your hips towards each other. And then we're going to stand all the way up and then sit all the way down low again. And stand and sit. So like chair squats. We'll stand, and sit, and stand, and sit. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, sit low, stay here. Bring your hands to the ground. Option for crow pose. We'll make our way into chaturanga. Upward facing and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Left knee to left upper arm for pigeon. Let's set your back knee down. Back toes are untucked and then push down into the top of the back foot. So we're staying upright for a moment here for our active pigeon. Engage your abdomen, belly in. This will help protect your low back as we kind of go into that arched position. Left hand on left knee, right hand on right foot. If you're having a really hard time balancing here, then keep your hands on the ground, because I'd rather you have more engaged lower body than hurt your back while you go up, okay? So then stay as upright as you can. Find a lift through your left glutes. Hands to heart if you wish. So right here, I'm feeling a lot of, everything's engaged. I'm not sinking down. You might be able to sink down and then lift your chest up, but it's better to find that engagement, protect your back, reach your arms up. Exalted pigeon, kind of fun. And then bring your hands to the ground. Bring your forearms down, or hands, whatever feels good. Let your upper body hang heavy. And come back up onto your hands. Sit onto the left hip. Lift your hands up. Maybe no hands as you swing your right leg around. Set it on top of your right knee. And then you can use your hands to kind of set yourself up. So you want your legs to be as far apart as you can, or your feet to be kind of far apart from each other. So Gomukhasana, cow face pose, and just give yourself a chance to settle in. Remember how we did deep breathing in the very beginning? Can you bring that back in right here? Long, slow breaths. Regrounding ourselves. Take your arms wide. Lift your left arm up. Sit taller. Left hand to your mid-back. Internally rotate your right arm and then bring your hand around. Maybe clasp your hands, maybe not. Start to unwind those arms. Walk your hands out in front of you and let your head hang heavy. And start to rise back up. The right foot comes out in front of us. So you're kind of unwinding your legs. And then we're going into standing split. So shift forward and lift your left leg up. Lift it as high as you can. Then we change up the dynamic of this pose by evening out the hips. So your left leg will come down a bit. Flex your left foot. This brings more stretch into the belly of the hamstrings, or maybe the calves, you're feeling it, or the back of the knee. Then slowly bring your left foot over to the right side. So your toes touch the ground, kind of have your toes tucked under, and you're folding over your right leg. Perhaps there's a little discomfort in terms of it being a deep stretch. Can you find a sense of ease amidst the discomfort? Just being right here, fully with the pose, with the sensation. Lift the left leg back up to standing splits, and then bring the feet together. And now we're going to sit low into a squat and lift the heels up and bring your forehead towards your knees. And then put your heels all the way down and then sit all the way down on the ground and come into boat pose. And then lower down halfway and bring your hands behind your head. Bring your left elbow to your right knee for a bicycle to the right. Now bring your legs back to center and hold. Right elbow to left knee, so you're bicycling to the left, hold. Bring legs to center, extended, and hold. We're going to keep going like that. You got it. So you're doing bicycles, but you're holding in between each one with the legs extended. If you need to keep them bent to make it a little easier, you can. Keep going. Okay, we're going to do one more each side. I know this is not easy. One more, and then you're holding in the center. All right, now we're going to come back up to boat. And we're going to hold for 5 seconds, and then we're just going to put the legs down and stay seated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the legs down and take the legs wide. Flex the feet. We're going to go into Upavishta Konasana, a seated wide-legged fold. All right, you might stay here if that feels like enough stretch. Let the inner thighs roll out, or you might walk your hands down. For, I'd say, the majority of people, hands on the ground, chest lifted is good. Some people, it might be forearms. For others, not me, you might go all the way, extend your arms forward and maybe put your chest towards the ground. For me, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle there. So it just depends again on your anatomy, which is why we don't really worry about comparing to other people's bodies in yoga, because we're all different. Wherever you are, kind of lengthening through the spine and deepening the breath, maybe you close your eyes. And just take this moment to go inwards. Anytime we're doing a seated forward fold, it's a great chance to go in. Two more breaths. Rise on up. Bring your knees in, but knees kind of still wide. Just come into the position that I'm in, feet flat on the ground. Okay, now you're gonna lean back on your hands behind you and just drop your right knee in to the center. So we get this internal rotation of the hip. And maybe, hopefully you get a stretch on the outer right hip or the top of the right thigh kind of area. And if not, it's okay. Just for those of us who are a little tight in that area. Then we switch sides to drop the other knee in. And maybe on one leg you feel it a whole lot more than the other leg. Just information to take note of, but it not necessarily a bad thing. And bring the knee back up. Now you're going to take your legs straight out in front of you. Shake them out a bit, wiggle it out, and then flex your feet, sit tall, slight bend to the knees, start to hinge forward with a flat back. Grab onto the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Find a lengthening of the spine again, as high as you can, and then fold over the legs. You may want to straighten the legs all the way, or you might keep them bent slightly. Now let your head drop down. Another chance to go in. One more deep breath. Slowly rise up. Come down onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Keep your right knee in and take a twist to the left. Right arm out to the right. Bring the knee back to center. Switch left knee in. Knee goes to the right, left arm to the left. Just a quick twist. Knee back to center, both knees in. Happy baby or any other pose that you'd like. Maybe for happy baby, you grab onto the big toes and then you straighten the legs out to a V shape. And then anchor your tailbone to the ground. So it's like a forward pelvic tilt. And then bring those knees back in. One last squeeze. And then release your legs down for a pretty brief Shavasana. If you'd like to bring your feet together, knees wide, for Shavasana, you can. You can rest your hands on your belly. Let the back of your head sink to the earth. Maybe you lift your chest and get your shoulder blades closer together. Feel the belly rise and fall under your hands. And let go. Just for now. If your knees are out wide, bring them back up. Extend your legs long. Reach your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Bring the knees into the chest and rock yourself up into a seat. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And let's bow in gratitude for this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you loved it. Leave a comment below if you did. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so that we can continue practicing together. I'll have my Patreon right here somewhere on the screen. It's also linked below if you want to support in that way. And otherwise, I will see you next time. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. Bye.